Hi! So after 6 long years, we finally reached the final season of The Dragon Prince. Well, possible finale. More on that soon. In this video, I wanted to give you a review of the season as a whole, discussing the characters, the story, the goods, some of the bads, and this video will include vague spoilers on the show, but will not contain any new images or clips. I'll just be reusing clips from the trailer. Right off the bat, this season lived up to its name. Season 7, Dark. My god, everything about this season was downright spectacular. Every scene, every frame, every voice line from every voice actor, every plot twist, everything was incredible in my opinion. This season proved that with proper setup and enough time, you can have a nearly flawless ending to a show. I say nearly because no show is perfect, and I do have a few gripes with how the show ended, but my god. To make such a spectacular finale nonetheless is something many shows fail to accomplish as well as TDP has. This season has basically everything anyone could have asked for, I think. Each episode felt complete and professional, polished and ready to serve, if you will. You could say that Wonderstorm truly was cooking with this season. The animation was absolutely magnificent, and coming from me, that's a huge compliment, as I have expressed many times how much I dislike Season 4's animation, for example. Season 7 was the cherry on the Moonberry surprise, literally. Would it be the berry on top now? The story itself, while always a subjective topic interpreted through perspective of the viewer, was nearly flawless in my personal opinion. And again, coming from me, that's a pretty big compliment. The season is sort of split in half. The first half is setting up for the grand finale, establishing conflicts, creating plans, and the second half is when all of that setup pays off in a colossal way. And like I said, each episode felt complete, and the writing played a huge role in that. It took the season a while to get to its conclusion, but once it started, it never stopped, even for a moment. I guarantee the second half of this season will keep you glued to your seat. Or, well, wherever it is you watch from. It's crazy intense. So let's focus on some specifics. Let's talk about the characters first. The characters felt insanely complex this season, especially Ezran. King Ezran's role in this story was truly the definition of the loss of innocence. Being forced to grow up too quickly, facing new friends, and betrayals from people he least expected. He is a much more angry character, much more prone to falling into that vicious cycle of violence he tried so hard to escape, with very justifiable reasons for falling into such a place, after preaching peace and amnesty for so long. However, I think my favorite character this season, other than Callum of course, was actually Terry. Which is insane, because I hated his guts when he was first introduced, but he's earned my respect throughout the years watching this amazing show, and his arc in this season was one that many people kind of predicted, but that still left me amazed by what this character was truly capable of. Runan being back was a whole new kettle of fish as well. Seeing his interactions with Rayla throughout the season was nothing short of heartwarming and heartbreaking when shit hit the fan. And it did hit the fan alright. Bringing Runan back was absolutely the right move though. I loved his storyline. I originally was a bit worried that he would simply just be used as another ally in their fight, a 2D side character if you will, but I am very happy to say I was completely wrong. I was blown away by just how much his character was utilized in this season, just how much of a role he played. Instead of being an ally or a potential enemy, Runan may have actually been one of my favorite characters too. He has an insane story in the short time he was a part of it. Moving on, Callum and Rayla were amazing as always. I loved them so much. They became official again in the previous season, and let me tell you, they have some amazing moments this season as well, both romantic and serious. Their relationship hit the ground running in Season 6, and that pace does not stop even once during Season 7, if you want an idea of how many moments they have. While they're together at least. However, on the more serious side of things, Raylan actually impacts the plot of the story much more than I expected it to. They truly wrote Raylan into their story, rather than just being a side story of romantics. Moral choices have to be made by both of them multiple times this season, causing major plot points to move forward. For the people out there who say Raylan has no effect on the plot, this season proves you wrong nearly every single episode. Now, Claudia's arc this season was interesting. That's all I'll say. I don't know how to feel about her. This season will definitely come with some heated discussions about her and her character. But on the other side, Erebos? Oh my god. I think he has more lines in this season alone than in all other seasons combined. Erebos dominated this season, as he should have since he's free. You will not be disappointed with the Big Blue Titan this season. What's really interesting though, was how they wrote him. You can actually see glimpses of happiness at certain times, and at other times you can see just how much the death of his daughter, Leola, affected him. He already saw one child die. What might he do if Claudia were in genuine danger? The Sunfire plot was interesting too, as now it began to finally intertwine with the main plot, combining two massive plots into one in a way that left me awestruck. You'll see what I mean when my reaction video comes out. Soren and Corvus had an amazing story as always, but I do want to focus on Jesse's voice acting, the voice actor for Soren. There were some scenes that jerked tears even from me, and that's insane because I don't cry watching shows. It just doesn't happen. But some of the performances of the voice actors this season, especially early on, is insane. And those of you who went to the con this year might know what I'm talking about. Another character I wanted to talk about real quick was Queen Anya. She was by Ezran's side through thick and thin, offering her support and her own ideas based off her status as a child monarch. Her relationship with Ezran is one that I think many people will enjoy watching. Two child monarchs going through tough times. Anya has much more experience as a child monarch than Ezran does, and it really shows that despite this, they view one another as equals, but also friends. Anya's inclusion was definitely not a mistake either. Like Runan, I feared she would be just a two-dimensional ally, and in some cases she admittedly is, but she also has her moments as well. I think she was a great addition. This season is what all of Arc 2 has been leading up to. The Mystery of Erebos was an amazing arc, but I will mention something else. Something very important. Something that may be pushing the line slightly on spoilers. So if you don't want any inkling of spoilers, skip to this part of the video. There were a lot of things that were left unfinished or untouched, and I believe that this was done intentionally. Because, if you haven't heard, The Dragon Prince is trying to get greenlit by Netflix to create 3 new seasons after this one in a 3rd arc. Many plot points were created in the season without complete resolutions. Even some character arcs felt incomplete. And, well, the finale will tell you exactly why that is. I'm not going to elaborate further on that though. Now, in order for The Dragon Prince to be greenlit for 3 more seasons, we need as many views on Season 7 as possible on release. So, if you made it to this point in the video and you haven't seen The Dragon Prince yet, or maybe you were hesitating to continue after Season 3, now is the perfect opportunity to watch this show. The more engagement we can get, the better our chances are for that fabled 3rd arc. Trust me, this season is worth the watch. I can easily rate it a 9 out of 10, and right now, I think it is indeed my favorite season. If you liked any of the previous seasons of The Dragon Prince, you'll love Season 7. So many places get visited again, so many characters come back, so many alliances are created, and many betrayals challenge our heroes and our enemies. The lore drops in this season are also incredible. For those of you who watch for the lore of Ancient Xadia, you'll love this season. I guarantee it. I think this season found the perfect balance between action, character development, dialogue, lore, romance, exposition, and pacing. All in all, there were only a select few things that bothered me, which, as I've said, is a very good thing because, I'm very picky. I think that's all I need to say about The Dragon Prince for now. I think that's enough to hype you guys up, right? If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about the season, and I will try my best to answer them in a way that doesn't spoil anything. And I will see you guys in the next one.